another soul nourishing episode of Inner Peace Better Health. I'm your host Shreya. Today we are joined by the remarkable June Edward, psychic, medium, author, and teacher. With gifts passed down from her mother and a near death experience that forever changed her path, June brings rare first hand wisdom of life after life. She helps people heal both sides of the veil, delivers messages from loved ones, and empowers others to live fully through the Relationship Mastery Program and best selling book like All Fair in Love and Karma. Get ready, today's conversation blends the mystical and the practical in a way only June can deliver. Welcome, June. I'm honored to have you on my show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And June, you have experienced both sides of existence, life and life after life. Can you share how your near death experience shaped your understanding of the world and the next?
So it's interesting. Everyone, I think, innately has a fear of dying because it's unknown. And since I literally died and I went to the other side, I don't have that fear. But I also understand how amazing it is on the other side. I volunteer my time to help people that are dying, to make sure that they actually go into the light and cross over to the other side so that they're not stuck here. This is not where we want to be once we die. Trust me. There is life after life. It's absolutely incredible. I talk to people that are in the light, that come from the light, and I have the ability to go back and forth at will to that lowest dimension of heaven, that fifth dimension that I went to when I died.
Okay, that's amazing. That's incredible. And how did that experience change the way you approach your psychic and mediumship work today?
So when I came back, I had a lot of abilities when I was born. And as a child, I was extremely psychic. I would see people that weren't there, and I was afraid, like everyone else. This is what blocks our abilities. I was afraid. And after dying, I was still afraid, but I was curious. And I would go on vacations to haunted locations, trying
Okay.
to familiarize myself more, and started to actually be able to see energy again and see energetic beings. And the first time I meditated, my abilities just came through. It was like they kicked the door into the other side and said, "She's ready." And I could not turn it off. And that is what alleviated my fear and allowed me to be able to let them in, to converse with the angels, the guides on the other side, to grow my knowledge from the other side. It was letting go of that fear.
Yes. The perspective reminds us that life is so much bigger and more connected than we ever think. So, your book, All's Fair in Love and Karma, explores energy and relationship in such a unique way. So, how does karma truly operate our relationship?
So, karma is not a bad thing. Everybody thinks, do something wrong and you're going to come back and suffer. That's not what karma is all about. You create karma in this lifetime if you do something to someone else and you have no remorse and you don't make amends. In a
Okay.
next lifetime, you're going to owe them some kind of debt. Now, remember that everyone is here trying to learn their 5 soul lessons so their soul can advance. And everyone that you owe a karmic debt to or collecting a karmic debt from is here to help you achieve your highest and best life. It's not to hurt you, it's not to harm you. It's to help you stay on the path you're supposed to be on, the story that you wrote for yourself here, and to help you learn those lessons. So let's say in a past life you cheated on someone and you had no remorse and you didn't make amends. Well, that person is going to come back, that soul is going to come back in your life in some way here. And they may be a love interest, or they may be Maybe they're going to be your boss and teach you how money works because money is energy and it's how we show whether or not our life is in balance. But somehow they're going to repay that debt to you or the debt that you owe them by helping you somehow. It's not to hurt you.
Okay. That's so powerful. Every relationship, even the painful ones, can serve purpose. So, do you believe we attract certain people to help us resolve specific karmic lessons?
So the lesson itself is not a karmic lesson. Okay. The lessons are 5 specific lessons that every soul has to learn in order to advance on the other side. Okay. Everyone's met a young child and said, oh, they're an old soul, right? They have knowledge beyond. So it's not about a karmic lesson. It's karma again is the person here to help you somehow, some way. They're here to help you, not to hurt you. And okay, so bad things happen in life, right? Bad
Mm.
things happen in life because you're not on the path that you're supposed to be on. Let's say you were supposed to leave India and you were supposed to move to the United States because you had a wonderful job opportunity coming for you. And in reality, you were going to meet the love of your life and have children and everything else. And you keep saying, no, I'm going to stay in India because I don't know anybody in the United States. I'm afraid to move from India. Well, something's going to happen so that you have no choice. Maybe your home will burn down. So it's like you're going to get on that plane and you're going to go to the United States. And lo and behold, you meet the love of your life and have this wonderful job and beautiful family. And now when you look back, you can say, oh, that was terrible when it happened. But if it had not happened, I would not have done what I was supposed to be doing. This is how it works.
That's really wonderful, and that's true that sometimes we think some temporary facts that okay, why this happened with me, or why it chose me, but it comes with a great thing. Maybe we feel bad for a temporary time, but
But it's
it,
always
it's a
being done for your highest and best. You cannot always see it in the moment,
yeah.
okay? Hindsight is 2020. When you look back in your life, you can see that every struggle that you had, something better came out of it. There was a
Yes.
reason for it. You don't always see the reason. And sometimes the reason isn't for you. Sometimes the reason is for the other person. Sometimes the karmic debt is on your end, and you're here to teach them.
Yeah, that's so incredible. And you work directly with angel guides and departed souls. What is one common message that often comes through from the other side for those still here?
For the people that are still here, they need to understand that they're here for a reason. Everyone is here for a reason. You're not here randomly. You came back for many, many reasons. But one of the biggest reasons that we're all here is to help each other. No one is an island. No one ever gets anywhere in life that they're supposed to be by themselves. It doesn't work that way. Everyone here is here to help each other. And when you are in a position when you feel that you are alone and no one's helping you, I can guarantee you an angel will appear from nowhere to help you because they're all helping you from the other side all the time as well.
That's so true. Uh, so, uh, and how can people offer open themselves up to receiving those messages on their own?
So I highly recommend that everyone learn how to meditate. Okay. The reason for meditation is to get out of your head. We're living a 3D existence here. We all have a brain in our head. Our brain is a computer that helps you process your information, but your brain has a specific job. Your brain's job is to protect you. How does it do that? It does it by creating fear. So people make their decisions based on fear. And when you do that, it's a 50-50 crapshoot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you're always questioning your decision.
Mm.
When you learn how to get in touch with your soul, that's the knowing. That's you just, I know I'm supposed to do this. And everybody has had some moment in their life when they just knew they were supposed to do something. They didn't even bother thinking it through. They just did it and it worked out
Mm.
100%. That is listening to your soul. So when you learn how to meditate properly, you shut off that brain and you get in touch with your soul. And your soul is way too big for your body. Some of it's in your body, some of it is over your body that people can see, and they call that an aura. That's part of your soul.
Yes.
And the majority of your soul is actually in that lowest level of heaven, that fifth dimension. And it has all the knowledge of all your lifetimes, and it orchestrates the timing of the events that happen in your life. So when you learn how to meditate properly, you're actually getting in touch with that part of your soul that's in heaven, and you're getting knowledge from that part of your soul. So you have that knowing all the time, and that's how you live your life, not making decisions in your head with your pro and con list, but from your soul, knowing the things that you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, so true that sometimes we are too busy looking for signs when they are quietly right in front of us. Uh, let's talk about your program, the Relationship Mastery Program. And in your Relationship Mastery Program, you teach people how to work with their own energy. What is one simple practice someone can start today to better understand that shift of their energy?
So I teach people how energy affects all the relationships in their life, and everything in your life is a relationship, whether it is family, friends, coworkers. It's not necessarily a romantic relationship. One of the biggest things that you can do is learn how to mirror people, because many people are triggered by different things. If you're not getting along with your spouse and you come home from work and you ask, "How was your day, hon?" and she's in a fighting mood because she's not happy with what's going on and she wants to argue, it's going to be, "What do you care what my day was like?" She's going to start yelling at you. Okay.
Mhm.
So stop asking questions and start mirroring. So don't come in and ask how was your day. Come in and say, "I hope you had a nice day today, honey. I had a great day, blah, blah, blah." So then she's going to have to stop and think. He didn't ask me how my day was. He said, "I hope you had a good day," and went on about his day. So now I can respond to that. "Well, okay, I guess I had a pretty good day. Could have been better." She's not going to come
Yeah.
down your throat and start a fight because you're not asking
Mm.
questions.
Hmm. That's so true. And thank you for sharing this. And how do you guide people to move from emotional pain into energetic healing?
I teach them how to get in touch with their soul. And when they
Okay.
understand why things are happening in their life and the lessons that they're supposed to be learning, they suddenly understand how they've been in a revolving door of relationship for years because they never learned the lesson they were supposed to be learning. Once you learn that lesson, you move on.
Yes, yes, that self awareness is like everything. And also in today's generation, everyone is hustling. So we are just forgetting that we have to look in ourselves too. I think if we are not aware of ourselves, how can we make happy our relations? And
Well,
the important.
no one can make you happy. You're responsible for that. No one can make you happy. But when you raise your vibration and you have that joy in your life, then you start attracting people that also are happy and have joy in their
Yes,
life, and that ping pongs back and forth. Too
yes,
many
yes,
people are pulled down into the drama of it and want to fight and argue and live in that minutia. And this is not what a soul does. This is what a lower vibrational person does, not a higher
yes,
vibrational person.
yes, yes. So true. And you have even assisted with missing person cases using your gifts. What is it like for you to balance the weight of that responsibility with the sacredness of your work?
So I can only give what I get. And I make that very clear to anyone that I'm working with. This is what I get. You can do what you'd like with it. Fortunately, everything that I've gotten so far has been fairly accurate. So it's been able to help. But I listen to what's given me from the other side, and that's what I put out there, and that's all I can do.
Yes, yes, yes. And that is such a sacred work too. So how was your experience like doing that with like the missing? person cases.
So it's everything they do for me from the other side is a learning experience. Okay. A lot of it was so I understood energy as well, because one of the missing person cases I was working on, he had actually passed away. And I thought he was alive because he kept leading us on a wild goose chase. His energy that I was picking up was the same as you or me in the 500 range. So to me, he was still alive. Realistically, he had passed, but he did not go into the light. Once you go into that light, your vibration is so high, I can tell immediately that someone's gone into the light. But if they pass and they stick around, this is where you get a ghost from. So he was actually a ghost here until we found his body, and then I was able to move him into the light, and he came right back.
Yes. And also, like, I have a curiosity, like you just said about the ghost. So many people, including me also, we are scared of ghosts because we think that they can harm us. Does they really harm us? Or
So
they
the
can?
only ghosts that are going to harm you are ones that are demonic, okay, that are very low vibration. And again, when you learn how energy works, everyone's walked into a birthday party or wedding, they felt that high vibration, right? Everyone's walked into a funeral and you felt that low vibration.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a ghost in your presence that is demonic or wants to harm you, you're going to feel such a low vibration, it's going to make you sick to your stomach. Okay. That's the difference. If you feel the high vibration with a ghost, it's probably someone that loves you visiting from the other side. If you're just feeling a vibration that feels like a human being, that's a ghost that's just stuck here. And you really don't want them around either because they're just going to drain your energy. You don't want them in your space.
Yes, yes, yes. And thank you for sharing your knowledge because this is my curiosity too. And has this work ever taught you something unexpected about human resilience or spirit?
Always, every time I do a reading, they're constantly teaching me from the other side, constantly. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. That's so nice. And uh, this is a wonderful conversation with you, and you have shared so many things. And at last, if you have to give a message or say something to my listeners, what would you say?
If you really want to enjoy your life here and your time here, learn how to get in touch with your soul. Learn how to meditate properly. Protect yourself prior to meditation, not with crystals. Call on Archangel Michael. Have him put you in a bubble of protection. Because when you open yourself up to the universe, you're opening yourself up to good and evil. And the war that's happening worldwide is not a war of, it's not a political war. It's a war of the soul. It's
Yes,
good and evil. God wants your soul. The devil wants your soul. The prize is your soul all the time. This is what's going on. So you need to protect yourself when you're meditating. You need to learn how to get in touch with your soul. You need to start listening to the other side and know that just because you can't see angels doesn't mean they're not real. They are real. They're a separate race. Their entire existence is to help us. But if you don't ask, they can't help you. That's the rule on the other side. Understand why you're here. What is it you're supposed to be doing? What lessons are you supposed to be learning so that you can advance your soul? And enjoy your life here, because part of the reason you're here is for a little mini vacation. You're not here for a long period of time. You'll be on the other side a lot longer than you're here now. So enjoy it here. Once you're on the other side, you don't have a body. You can only live vicariously through other people. So, if you like to go fishing, if you like to go hiking, tell the people that you're here how much you love them, because once you get to the other side, they're not going to listen. It's like two-way glass. You'll be banging on the mirror saying, "Hey, I'm here. I love you." And they're like, "Oh, he's gone. I don't see him." He's still there. He's still there.
yes, yes. That's so wonderful, and you are an incredible person. So, if my listeners want to get connect with you, then what's the best way?
You can go right to my website. It's my name, June Edward. There's no S in there, juneedward.com. There are links to all my social media. You can schedule an appointment with me. I have a lot of clients in India and in Europe. We can do it through Zoom. There are links to all of my books on there, and there's a link to a video you can watch if you're interested in the Relationship Mastery Program as well. And there's no charge to watch that video. And if you have questions for me, you're welcome to email me through my website or through social media as well.
Yes, and I will make sure to attach all the details and links below so that my listeners can find them easily and get in touch with you. And you can help them too because you're a wonderful person. And thank you for sharing all your plethora of knowledge. And with that, we have come to the end. And to my listeners, what a deeply enlightening conversation with June Edward. Her journey reminds us that healing is never one dimensional, it's spiritual, energetic, and profoundly personal. If you are ready to step into your own healing, take June's wisdom to heart. Embrace life fully, trust your path, and stay open to the guidance all around you. Until next time on Inner Peace Better Health, stay grounded, stay open, and keep growing.